What's up, RDU? Pastor Jerome here, and it's that time again. It's time to spread some rage, some random acts of generosity everywhere. And I can't wait for you to meet Cynthia Majors and Fundamenta Reading Center. They are doing some amazing work in the area of literacy, which is a huge need for elementary age children here in RDU. I can't wait for you to meet her to hear the vision. Let's go. It's time to spread some rage. Let's check them out. What's up, RDU? Pastor Jerome here, and it is time again to spread some rage, some random acts of generosity everywhere. And I am delighted to be joined by Cynthia Majors, the CEO and founder of Fundamenta Reading Center. And she is doing an amazing work in her organization with literacy in the RDU area. And I'm excited for you to meet her, hear about her vision, and see how you can partner with what she's doing to continue to change the lives of students. So first tell me this, when we were reading and learning about your organization, I noticed that it was called Fundamenta and not Fundamental.
Yes.
And so the L is not there. So just before we dive deep into your story and everything, just give me some history on why that name. What led you to name it Fundamenta as opposed to Fundamental?
We started looking for a name, and we were based on the foundations of reading. We really worked from the bottom up. And fundamenta is a Latin word for foundation. So foundations was used so much, and it was just another spin on it because we really are looking at the foundations of reading, and that's where we came with Fundamenta.
What is the huge need in this area? Because many people may not know about the literacy issues or struggles that are taking place. So can you talk to us just about why is something like a Fundamenta Reading Center needed in our area?
If we look at the scores of North Carolina and of Wake County, 60-something% of our students are not reading at grade level.
Wow.
So when we say 60%, and I'll say fourth graders, 60% of our fourth graders are not reading at grade level. That's a scary number. And if we start breaking those down into cultures and races, the numbers are even higher. So it tells us that something needs to be done. And these numbers aren't new. They've been like this for 10, 15, 20 years. I was a classroom teacher for 16 years. So I had 16 years of a front row seat of watching children and watching some successful, but watching many struggle. And that front row seat let me understand that I needed to do something different. And there were students that would come to me at the beginning of the year. Maybe I was a fourth grade teacher, and so maybe they come in at second grade, and by the end of the year, they're reading at second grade, the end of second grade. So they made some growth, but they're still not at fourth grade. So I was failing some students, and I needed to figure out something that I could do differently. I knew there was more that could be done, and that led me to leave the classroom and really work hard at hitting students one-on-one. What can we do different? What's different in the curriculum? What do we need to do to help students be successful?
You're 4 years in existence, so you started in 2020.
Yes.
And everyone knows what happened in 2020, COVID. And so you're starting this wonderful organization in the midst of the pandemic. So obviously there were some challenges there. Talk to me about some of the challenges of just maintaining an organization like this and some of the needs.
When we started in the middle of the pandemic, we had planned to launch then, and then we decided, well, maybe we should wait. But in the middle of the pandemic, students are at home, and it was the time, and it was a calling for us to do it then. So we started off online, and then as we went back to regular life, we went back to bringing students in because that's an ideal situation. Many students need one-on-one. Some opportunities we have to work in small groups. I think one of our biggest challenges is for parents to understand the importance and the need. Many students you say, okay, they're doing okay. We don't have to settle for okay. We want children to reach their highest level of potential.
Well, Cynthia, you're doing an amazing job. And like I said, this is a ministry. We were talking off camera that this is definitely a ministry. You're helping families, you're helping students, you're helping them get to grade level. But I'm sure there are other people that may share your passion. And I want them to feel what I'm feeling right now, just how you're passionate about this. So once you look in the camera, just share with people what your vision is.
Right now, we work in a small office. We have 2 offices, and we're serving students individually, but we serve more students. When we're able to go out into the community, we're able to impact more students. Sometimes it's in large groups, sometimes it's one-on-one, but the need to go and help as many students as we can. So going out into the communities, being able to work with as many students as possible, but we see ourselves beyond these walls of the 2 offices into a bigger facility. one of the things that we know that we work on is really building our donor base. Because we're a nonprofit organization, we rely on our donors to help those students that can't afford to pay for the services. We, being a nonprofit organization, we don't turn any students away. We offer a sliding pay scale, and parents pay what they can afford based on their income. But so much is based on what donors give to us. So that's a huge piece of what we do, to bring in those people that have a love for education and a love for children.
Can you tell us what are some ways that people can partner with you? Obviously giving financially, but what about volunteers? Are there volunteer opportunities with Fundamenta?
Absolutely, there are volunteer opportunities. There's a lot of things off scene that we have people volunteering, and some of it requires research and doing web work and some of the social media things that we do. We have students that we have teachers working with. We have people coming in, and we're actually doing some training to get more people as we grow. And the need is out there. There are children out there that need to learn to read, to need those extra resources. We're building our base and bringing in more instructors. So yes, there's a huge need.
So can you tell me just what would a gift like this mean to you, and how could it impact lives?
Wow. First, I'm so excited for the gift. But a gift like this for us, as a few moments ago, I spoke about training. So to train someone to do what we're doing, because we use a very rigorous program, and we're using teachers to do it because we feel like it's very important that you're trained in that area to make the most impact. So it would help us bring on another teacher. And we need a library refresh just for diversity, to diversify our library. I could go on, and you'd say, okay, stop.
No, you're fine. Keep going.
Yes, but those are areas that are very important, that would be very helpful for us. And I think that training piece is a huge piece.
Well, Cynthia, we're grateful for your nonprofit. I keep calling it, wanting to say ministry, and in many ways it is a ministry. We're grateful for what you're doing and the lives you're impacting. And from the wonderful and generous people of Vision Church, here's a check for $2,500 to Fundamenta Reading. We want you to encourage you to continue to impact lives, to continue to impact students, to change generations. And family, we want this to continue. If you go to fundamentareading.org, this gift is going to allow you to get 50% off for 1 week for your next assessment. And this is because of Cynthia's generosity, and that's the whole vision behind this. When you come and see her, we want you to grab one of these Rage cards, and we want you to scan what's on the back. If you scan the QR code on the back, you'll hear the most important message in the world. And so please go to fundamentareading.org. Partner with her, volunteer. She's doing an amazing work, and we're excited that she is our next Rage recipient. So you just experienced some Rage, some random acts of generosity everywhere. Make sure you grab a Rage card, buy someone a meal. Let's keep this Rage going. Make sure you spread some Rage, and we hope to see you again next time as we continue to spread Rage in RDU.